Hey, Alex.
Hey.
I will put my headset too. Oh,
Hmm.
I bring the I bring the wrong headset. Oh my god. This
It's
is
okay.
you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, welcome to my live. Hello everyone, welcome to our live. I'm
Okay.
with Alex.
Let me plug in my headset here. My headset plugged in now. Mm, Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. We'll wait a few seconds
we
here.
can I can you have no camera?
Oh, let me see if I can hit the camera. Let me see.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah.
You can see me? And you can hear me okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
How about me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
That's
So we're
good.
working
Okay, you
the
can
technicals
start
out of the
now.
way. Okay. So you may not be able to stay here. That's okay. So if I've got to talk pretty much here by myself, that's okay too. Okay, so welcome to whoever may be watching this, whether you're joining
Mm-hmm.
now or in just a few minutes, because we're starting just a little bit early. And just so you know, this subject was chosen by Dahlia. She requested that I give this talk on smoking, and so while I haven't given a talk on smoking before, not recently at all, maybe several years ago I did, but I haven't done it in a long time. So this is just kind of like an impromptu thing. I did a little bit of research here and there, some facts about smoking that you may find interesting. So we'll go ahead and get started in just a little bit. Okay. So the thing about this program is this: we're calling this Learning Fridays. Okay. Um, w- we're having an echo. I don't know where it's coming from.
You still
Okay.
here?
Okay. Let me see if the echo's gone. Okay. Now it's gone. I don't hear the echo anymore. Okay. So it's okay now. So
Yeah, okay.
we like to call this Learning Fridays. Okay. So on Fridays, probably weekly, we'll see how this program goes. Uh, she and I will pick a time where she and I can get together and give you some learning things, interesting facts about different various subjects.
Just
Okay,
talk
that
here,
you're gonna
Alex. I
find
will go
interesting.
inside first, okay? Just talk
Okay,
here, okay? I will go inside.
okay,
Wait. Okay.
okay. So we're gonna go ahead and teach you on Fridays. Well, that's why we call it Learning Fridays. And this week we chose the topic of smoking. I think Dahlia, that's what you wanted to hear. So welcome to the channel. Okay, right now, Learning Fridays until foreseeable future will be free. Okay, and now um, when Dahlia monetizes and she has however many subscribers, when she officially monetizes and she applies for her monetization, she's going to create a section. It's called members only. That means when that happens, I don't know when that's going to happen. That means these Learning Fridays will no longer be free. Okay. It's going to be a members only paid section. So if you want to hear this talk down the road, you're going to have to join a membership besides subscribing. Okay. Subscribing is free. Anybody can subscribe. We recommend everybody to subscribe because we will give you some free things from time to time. But it will become a members only section where you have to pay to listen to these talks. Okay. Because I spend a lot of time doing research, past knowledge from books and all kinds of stuff. Okay, um, to put these talks together. So It costs me my time plus my knowledge. And just so you know, the last person that hired me to be a consulting for them about various types of reversing disease type thing, they paid me $250 per hour. It was a multi-millionaire guy that hired me. He wanted me to do it in private so that he can reverse his diabetes and things like that. And so that's the reason why my time is extremely valuable and it's expensive, but I'm donating it to Dalia's channel right now. Okay. I make no money out of this. I will make no money down the road. It's going to be benefiting her channel. Okay. And so we're going to bring these Learning Fridays to you at no cost for the time being. So take advantage of it while it's here. So today, let's get started on smoking. Okay. So welcome to Dalia's channel. Okay. So wherever you're watching from, welcome to the channel. Okay. Smoking has been around for a very, very long time. Okay. The Native American Indians have been smoking pipes for thousands of years. Before even Christopher Columbus came here, they were smoking their pipes and tobacco way back thousands of years ago. And then smoking got started and got pretty popular in Europe around 1600s. And then it peaked even more so in the 1800s, okay, in the European countries. And then it came about in the United States.
Oh,
It also got popular in
Tamuna
the
is
1900s.
commenting. He said
What's that?
smoking is bad. There's someone comment Tamuna said
Okay.
smoking is bad.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna invite you to do. I would like for you, so that we can get through this material, is to write down your questions. Okay, we're gonna hold off on the comments and questions till the end. We're gonna give you an opportunity to make a comment and also to ask questions at the end of this section. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the program for the time being. So anyway, the Europeans in the 1800s, it peaked. The smoking became very popular, and then it became popular here in the United States, late 1800s, 1900s. Okay, and in fact, it got so popular. What if I told you that a medical doctor, a physician in the 1950s, used to promote smoking in commercials? Okay, if you doubt me, that a medical doctor used to promote smoking in commercials, I'm going to ask you to do this exercise when you get off here. And I'm going to show you where you can find it. Okay. In fact, I'm not even sure if you can see it. Okay. I don't know if you can see this right here. Okay. You see that? This is YouTube. And could you believe that? Okay. But anyway, so, and then in the 50s and 60s, we've seen there was like 5 Marlboro Men commercials. These were tough cowboy dudes and their horse. They're tough guys. They're good looking guys, right? Strong men. And what did they do? These cowboys smoked Marlboro, and they were known as the
Yeah, is here.
Marlboro Men. Okay, so what about these Marlboro Men? Well, one of these Marlboro Men, okay, his name was Eric Larkson. Okay, if you wonder what he looks like, let me show you what he looks like. He looks like this. The older people that were
Handsome.
around back then, yes, good looking cowboy guy, right? He smoked Marlboro was the preferred brand he liked to smoke, and that's what they used to have the commercials. That if you were a real
Mm-hmm.
man, you're going to smoke Marlboros, right? because it's good for you. That's
Mm.
what they thought back then. Even the doctors recommended, right? But then what happened? What happened to what happened to this man here, this good-looking man here that's in great shape, Eric Lawson, along with the other four Marlboro men? What did they die of? They died of smoking and lung cancer and various types of disease related to smoking. In fact, these guys died of something called COPD. You're wondering, what is COPD? Let me define what COPD is for you, okay? Let me see. Okay. This is what a COPD is. If you've never seen COPD firsthand, when you finally understand what COPD is and you see it around people that are in the 40s or 50s or whatever, because they've been smoking for years and they get COPD, it is not a fun disease. But let me define what that is. It's called chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's a progressive inflammatory lung disease that obstructs, it means it blocks the airflow from for a human being who's trying to breathe, you're having difficulty. And it says it's primarily caused by long-term exposure to airborne irritants, such as the number one cause as cigarette smoke or cigars, right? And encompasses two main conditions, emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Okay. First, you don't get the COPD right away. It takes a while, maybe. And then all of a sudden you cough. That's part of the COPD. Okay. And you get a and large amount of mucus starts happening. Okay. You get wheeziness and tightening of the chest because it's hard for you to breathe. You have you get commonly respiratory infections such as colds and the flu just because you're smoking. Okay. It talks about further here that tobacco is the leading cause of COPD in the United States of America. Okay. So that's what is COPD. Now, how many of you wants to get sooner or later COPD? Not me. That's bad stuff when you can't even breathe just to exist because you decided to smoke. Okay, so there's the beginning of the negative aspects of smoking. It's lung cancer, COPD, bronchitis, and the list goes on and on. Okay, it affects the heart. Okay, the heart gets all messed up because of the smoking too, because it affects your breathing. Okay, so now that's one aspect of it. Let's talk about the financial aspects of cigarettes. I did a research recently, so just to give you this interesting fact. In Florida, which is where I'm at right now, in Florida, if you were to buy a premium brand cigarette, it costs about $9 USD. $9. That's if I'm smoking, that's per pack. And most smokers, smoke anywhere from a pack to two packs a day. That's serious smokers, a pack to two packs a day. Okay. So you're going to spend $9 every day. If you take $9 and we have 1 year, which is 365, right? 365 times 9 in a given year, instead of saving this money so that you can have difficulty breathing later, you're going to spend today's money $3,285 per year. Okay. I don't know about you, but you can do a lot with $3,285. But then I did a further research. What does it cost in the state of New York or California? Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Um, if you go to New York, the average price of cigarettes that's major brand like Marlboro or Camels or what have you, right? You're going to end up paying, it says here, $14.83 a day for one pack of cigarettes. Okay, so basically rounded off $15. So if we take $15, right? If you take $15, assuming you're smoking a pack a day, multiply that by 365 days a year. In 1 year, you're gonna spend $5,475. But if you're smoking 2 packs a day, guess what? You're gonna have to paying over $10,000 a year for that nasty habit that's gonna give you a COPD. That's a very expensive habit, is it not? So I'm trying to show you that people who want to get ahead or save money, you're not going to do it by smoking. Because as you're seeing, it's $9 a day to $15 a day on 1 pack of cigarettes, what you're paying. Okay. So it's very costly. That's just the financial aspect of it. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about what's interesting about smoking. It has something called nicotine. Nicotine is a very, very addictive drug. It makes you addicted to it. So that's the reason why when you get started smoking, all of a sudden you can't stop because you get addicted to this nicotine. You want that nicotine hit, right? So when a person doesn't smoke, they get all fidgety. Their hands, they start pacing, walking, and they say, I gotta have my cigarettes. I'm going crazy here, right? They want their hit. They want that nicotine high because it's a drug. Okay. Nicotine is found in cigars, even in today's vapes. They have all these vape shops now, electronic
14
cigarettes.
viewers. We have
Okay,
14 viewers. Hi guys. You can go comment.
good, good, good. So when they get this nicotine hit, whether they do it to cigarettes or electronic cigarettes called vape, okay, so they're trying to get their fix on nicotine. And we already mentioned these things are going to cause lung cancer, right? Various kinds of diseases down the road, having a hard time breathing. Okay, I had a friend that I used to hang out with. He told me he had COPD when it's 50s, and he kept on struggling with it over the years, and he had to take medication just so that he could breathe, right? And he had to breathe through these special machines, and forget that they had to use these inhalers and so on. I forget the name of the drug that they took, but it was very expensive. If he didn't have insurance, he would have just died without it. Okay, so you don't want to get started on smoking, guys, okay? And I understand that peer pressure is strong. So if your friends are smoking, you naturally want to join them because you want to be cool. But guess what? It's not worth it, guys. Okay. I made that mistake when I was very young. At 17, 18 years old, I was working at restaurants and all the grown up waiters and waitresses around me, they were constantly smoking back then, right? In the 90s, in the restaurants, they were allowed you to smoke. So during in the food line back in the back of the restaurant, the waiters and the waitresses were smoking, and they'd ask me, "Hey, smoke, smoke, smoke." But then eventually I accepted it. But then I only did it for summer, and then I quit. And then I found out, like 4 or 5 years later, my adopted father, who has been a strong man I'd known for all those years, at the age of 62, he died of cancer. But prior to that, he'd already quit like 5 or 10 years before
We
that.
we have the same color of the clothes, Alex.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anyway, my adopted father died of cancer. I saw a 215-pound man, over 6 foot tall, who came down all the way to below 100 pounds. And back then, it triggered something in my brain. I never want to experience that, to see my strong father become completely weak and had to be in a wheelchair because he spent
Mm.
like 30 some odd years smoking. So, guys, don't get started smoking, okay? Stay away from it, okay? So, that's another thing. You know, even though the doctors thought it was cool to smoke and recommended Camels or the Marlboro men recommended those cigarettes in those days, right? Back in 1964, right? The uh, the what do you call it, the Surgeon General told you back then. Okay, let me find it where it's at. Let's see. Okay, okay. the Surgeon General basically warned that smoking leads to lung cancer, right? It leads to bronchitis, emphysema, mucus in the lungs, all these things that smoking creates. And I was back in 1964, guys. Okay, that's over 62 years ago. The U.S. Surgeon General told you don't start smoking because it's gonna cause you diseases, lung cancers, and so on. Okay, that was in 1964. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, so some people they're already used to smoking. Okay, it's a habit. They've been doing it since they were a teenager. Now they're grown adults. They're in their 30s and 40s and 50s, and they can't stop smoking, right? So instead of spending $9 to $15 a day, if you're going to smoke, here's what I suggest that you do to save the money, right? So you can take your family out on vacation. That 3 to 5 thousand or $10,000 a year, you can cut that maybe to a 10% or 90% of it just by doing what? Roll your own cigarettes. You know, when I used to be in health insurance, I used to sell something called Medicare. And I went to this house one time and all of a sudden I saw all these tobacco in a bag and these rolls and then these special machines. And I said, what is that? And he goes, oh, I roll my own cigarettes because cigarettes are so expensive. And that was back in 2009 when I discovered this, that if you roll your own cigarettes, and there's certain vendors you can go to, you know, research and Google how to roll my own cigarettes, and it'll give you the name of the vendors, and it will tell you how to roll your own cigarettes if you're not going to quit. So if you want to die early, and you don't want to go on vacation, do things that's nice with that money, roll your own cigarettes if you're going to continue to smoke, if you have to smoke, because you're addicted to it. But let's say you are addicted to smoking because you've been doing it for far too long. You got the habit and you want to kick this nasty habit. Well, there are certain health lines that you can contact. Okay. So, since Dal is from the Philippines, if you Google how to stop smoking in the Philippines, okay, here's what I discovered. Okay. So, the Department of Health in the Philippines, so look up Department of Health in Google, and then they have a division called Mobile M Cessation. It gives you guidance on how to stop smoking. It says you can access it by calling toll free hotline at 1555. And also, there's a number here where it tells you to stop smoking. They'll send you a text message through this information right here. Okay, that I have. I don't know if you can see that if that's close enough or not. But it's like 29290-165-364. So you might want to re-listen to this live. So that's in the Philippines. They have these hotlines that you can call so that it'll help you stop smoking. There is something called the Lung Center of the Philippines, where they help you to stop smoking. These are clinics that will help you do that. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this, but and here's the information on that. So just look up Lung Center of the Philippines, and you can reach out to them, and they will help you stop smoking. Okay. So let's say you're not in the Philippines. Maybe you're like me. You're from the United States of America. Doesn't matter what state you're in. Okay. You can go to, I typed in USA quit smoking, and here's what I came up with. Okay. The There's a phone number here, and I'll just give it to you. It says 1-800 quit now. 1-800 quit now. It's 1-800-784 8669. One more time, 1-800-784-8669 if you're in the US, and they can walk you through how to quit smoking. Okay. You can also contact the American Lung Association. They also have tools and guides how to stop. If
Wait,
they have something
Alex,
called
there's someone commenting, "Hey, smoking is bad for health, but it is a friend for some moments."
true, but okay, I'll touch on that in just a minute. Remember, hold off the questions till I'm done, okay? I promise I will address the comments, okay, at the end here, because I'm almost wrapping it up, okay? So there is something called by the American Lung Association, it's called Freedom from Smoking Program. So, guys, there are programs out there if you want to quit this nasty habit of smoking or vaping or whatever it is you're doing it, whether it's cigars, you can stop that, and there are helplines available, and it's free. Okay, so that's how you quit the habit of smoking. Now, now you understand that you can get lung cancer. You had something called COPD, right? And so you don't want that to happen to you, right? And so these are health lines that we just gave you the information how to go about contacting them. And maybe in your country, look up whatever country you're from, you're listening to this, Google how to stop
Fish.
smoking and put in your country, how to stop smoking in Kuwait or whatever it is. And there are hospital programs that will help you quit smoking. Okay. So that's that. Let me see what else did I have here. Did I
I
cover the
like.
things? Okay. So we talked about COPD.
Thank you so
We talked
much.
about the cost of it. And so we talked about how to end smoking and and the history of smoking. Okay. So this is an opportunity for you to go ahead and we're 25 minutes into this. What are the
Smoking
questions or
is a
concerns that you
bad.
have?
Wait, if smoking is a bad companion for discomfort, what should I replace it with? With with respect to the doctor.
That's an interesting question. Okay. My answer is going to be depends. And
Thank you,
this is
Nafish, for subscribing.
okay. This is why I'm saying it depends. Every person has different interests, what gives them calmness and things that they enjoy that varies from person to person. Here's what smoking is. The one good thing that I will say about smoking, okay, it's smoking controls your breathing. When you start breathing deeply from deep into the stomach and you breathe deeply, it helps change your state of mood. So when you're breathing like that changes your breathing. And this, when you change the breathing patterns, you begin to relax. That's the only good thing I'll say about smoking. So learn breathing exercises. It's built into yoga. You may not like yoga. You can do exercising and do deep breathing exercising. When you're running or walking or fast walking, start breathing heavy. Okay, it'll start let go of the nervousness or the stress. Those are things that you could do to change things. Whatever your hobbies are, when you start to get when you start to get you know fidgety and you get nervous, get your mind busy right away. Get your mind busy because when you get your mind busy and you start getting whether you like to do running, whether you want to go scuba diving or whatever it is you want to do, just get busy because the moment's going to pass, and next thing you know, you've forgotten all about that nicotine fix that you're having. Okay. So pick a hobby that you really enjoy, whatever that is, or try a new hobby so that you can kick that habit. And remember, call those helplines also that will help you to help you stop smoking. Okay. But when you change your breathing and you start doing deep breathing, that's free. There's no cost to that. And you start doing deep breathing exercise. Google deep breathing exercise, how to do it, and right away, that will help you immediately. You don't even have to call a number right away. Just do deep breathing exercises.
Look,
It will help you.
Alex, I have been smoking for 2 years. Can you give me some advice on how to quit? I have tried some tips, but they don't work.
Okay. So remember, I'm just going to remind you, the good thing is you've only been doing smoking for 2 years. That's good. It's a short period of time. You haven't done enough damage to your lungs yet, okay, or your arteries or other organs. It's only been 2 years. The sooner you stop, the better off you're going to be. I don't know what country you're in. If you're in the United States, call those hotlines. Do the Google. USA quit smoking on Google, and it'll show
T
you this
Shark Coco, where
organization.
you from? Where you from, if you don't mind?
Where's he from? Okay. Okay. But until then, basically, that's what you want to do. You want to Google the country you're from and
Ah,
research stop smoking.
he's from Myanmar.
I
Myanmar.
don't know. So Google Myanmar and stop smoking programs and see what's available there, and get connected to those people, because they're going to have people that have successfully quit smoking and those programs, and they're going to help mentor you along the way. Okay, so that's my answer to you as far as that's concerned. Okay, any more questions on here? Anybody else on here? We got 15 people, and let's see what's going on. Yes, I'm doing a talk right now. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Hang on, guys. Wait for Alex. Please double tap your screen, guys. Thank you so much. And subscribe me.
Okay, so who else has a question on here? Is there anybody else have a question or concerns? And
You
also,
have a question, guys? You can comment. Hi to 15 viewers. You can go comment, guys.
here's what I recommend that you do, guys. Okay, if you think of a topic that you want me to cover, type it on here. Okay, type in
Oh, hi,
the
Tihao.
subject.
Tihao is here.
Hello.
Did you do
So
smoke, Tihao?
yeah, if you have a topic that you want me to cover down the road on Learning Fridays, I'd be happy to put together a program and go over those topics with you. And so answer your questions about the subject that you're interested in. So give her a
Oh,
feedback.
that's good.
What are some of the topics that you want me to cover down the road? And it's a free service
That's
that we're
bad.
giving you right now. Okay. So yes. So type in there. If you don't have it right now, just whenever, if you're going about your business during the day and you say, you know what, I want to learn more about this subject, and bring that concern to us, and we'll go over those subjects down the road on Learning Fridays. Okay.
Wait,
So you want to subscribe.
the one who from Myanmar. Thank you for taking the time to tell me, doctor. I promise to build a better future. I will not smoke.
Good, good, good. And the man from Myanmar, the money that you're going to save, you're going to be proud of yourself when you stop smoking, because uh, you're going to be able to go on vacations, because the money that you're saving is smoking. You can spend that into something else. More, you can eat out at restaurants or whatever your favorite hobby is. You could spend. You could start to save money and start spending it on those areas. Okay. Or if you want to take that money that you save, put it on investment, which is even better, and invest for your older retirement years, that you could go ahead and put that into. Okay. So, but yeah, that's good. So make it a point that, when you're getting older, you don't want that COPD. You don't want that lung cancer, right? That's just a
Yeah.
nasty
He
habit.
said, yeah, stop smoking. Smoking is
Okay.
dangerous to your health. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But isn't that interesting? So back in the 50s, the doctors you used to recommend Camel, and how that it was a safe thing to do was the smoking. But then in 1964, the U.S. Surgeon General outright said, and even the CDC, the Center for Disease Control in the United States, basically says, don't smoke. You're gonna get lung cancer. You're gonna you're gonna get COPD, right? Which means you're gonna have difficulty breathing, emphysema, bronchitis. I mean, it's your arteries get affected, your skin, your hair, right? And plus the nasty smell of the smoke. That's why people went to vapes, thinking that it's an improved product because it has you can put different kind of smell to vaping, right? But then when you're doing the vaping, it still has the nicotine in it. The result's still the same. It's gonna damage your lungs and cancer is coming. It's just a matter of time. So guys, kick the habit and begin to save the money. Okay.
How
So
about you? With respect, the doctor's words have been valuable tonight. For tonight.
okay.
He's a
So
mini Dr. Alex.
So let me just go over that real quick. Let me put my disclaimer. Okay. I did want to be a doctor. I wanted to be a naturopathic physician. Okay.
To
Those are the
16
people.
viewers. Double tap your screen, guys. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So the naturopathic physicians are the
That's good,
doctors
T.
that you go to. They're the doctors that you go to
Continue
when you
your
want.
live in the shorts. That's very nice.
You can't talk at the same time. Okay. But
Sorry.
so, but I didn't want to go to $250,000 in debt, US debt, to
Alex,
become a
Alex,
naturopathic physician.
T said, Alex, you are a doctor?
No, no, but hang on a second, Dahlia. Let me just finish for a second. I am not a medical doctor. I do not want to be a medical doctor, okay? Because the medical doctors, they've been in classrooms with me in Cornell University. I had a cardiologist. I had several doctors that were in classes with me, okay? And they didn't know anything about the things I knew about that we were in class together, and they were
Just
learning from me.
listen, okay? Don't interrupt
Okay.
him.
So anyway, a medical doctor, when I research the medical institutions and the colleges that gives doctors the medical degree, okay, I don't know if you know anything about Rockefeller, right? He was a man of oil. He was a tycoon. He was ultra rich. He was the billionaire of his day. He was one of the richest men. John D. Rockefeller, okay, and Andrew Carnegie. All these guys created and wanted to control the universities. Okay. And so they created and controlled the medical institutions in the universities today and started the curriculum of how to become a medical doctor. And they had a specific program that they outlined that if you wanted to become a medical doctor, you had to go to these certain steps. And they wanted to control how they wanted to teach how to become doctors. And what they
Wait,
did was,
Alex, can I read the comment?
go ahead.
To be a doctor, you need medical knowledge and experience, but tonight's words are just to show that you are an better doctor. Wow. Thank you
Well,
so
thank you.
much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But anyway, so when a medical doctor goes to a medical school and they do there's something called residency. Okay. So now all the theory that they learn in the
Hi to
classroom,
18 viewers.
they have to now implement what they learned, how to troubleshoot. They have a reference Bible, and it's
Wow,
basically
20 viewers.
it's
You
the
are
doctor's
very
medical book.
nice. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So the medical doctor has a reference book so that if you have a specific disease, it tells you which medication to take, and then they prescribe that medication to you, and then you take that to the pharmacy, right? That's what the doctors do. They're going to go ahead and medicate you, and then if they don't medicate you
Wait,
because
Alex, wait. Is this why doctors today don't push for nutrient exercise and only push pills that have side effects? That's
that is true. But let me touch on that. That's a very good point. Okay, that's a very good conclusion. The doctors are not trained in nutrition. When I was doing my research to various institutions of how to go through and get your medical degree, just to see what's curious, the best medical institution college only gave them
Hi
8 hours.
RDX. Hi
Hang,
guys.
hang on a second. The medical institution only gave them 8 hours of nutrition classes, which means they knew nothing about nutrition. Nothing. I have built in the last 7, 8 years, actually over 20 years by now, but the last 6 years, very hard concentration. I spent 6,000 hours in education in nutrition and reversing diseases because I wanted to become a naturopathic physician. Okay. Because they get to the root cause of the problem instead of just pills, because pills had side effects. And then the side
Oh,
effects
wait,
needs another pill.
Alex. GB enjoying nature. That is crazy to me for real. Glad people like you exist. Oh wow. That's a new commentator.
Okay, good, good, good. So if you're enjoying this type of education, be sure not only describe when Dahlia monetizes, this is not going to be free much longer. So enjoy these programs. So the next several weeks, I'm going to give you Learning Fridays and give me subjects to cover, and I'll go over those subjects with you. It's a free service I'm giving you. Okay, I make nothing out of it. It's to benefit her channel for the time being. Okay. That's it. It's trying to grow her channel so that we can give you practical programs that's designed to help you. This is about the viewers. It's not about me. I don't care about what I know or any of that stuff. It's about the viewers, how we can help the viewers to give you value in this
Thank you.
channel.
I subs and I will tune in.
Good, good, good.
Tune in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait,
Thank you.
I'm curious. I am curious. I see in the videos that doctors are afraid of apples. Why? Is this just a joke? I apologize if if this is a waste of time. Sorry.
So there was a saying way back in the day. It says,
RDX, thank you so much.
okay, RDX, let me address that. There used to be a saying, at least in the United States, it says, an apple a day keeps the doctors away. You remember that? An apple a day keeps the doctors away? Well, there's a truth to that because inside an apple has all kinds of different nutrients that's beneficial for you. So that if you keep taking and keep uh, eating apples and your fruits and vegetables, right? It helps the body and it starts healing the body because I have a certification in plant-based nutrition from Cornell University, and I have learned
Oh,
the valuable nutrition.
wait. JB said, grew up with that saying. Mm.
Good, good, good. So live up with it. Don't just eat an apple. Keep eating your apple, but eat all the dark leafy vegetables. I'm telling you, it's gonna do your body very, very good. Okay.
Vihay
So
Kumar Fastbang. Hi.
what's that?
Okay. No, I'm just reading the
Okay.
message because
Okay. Anybody else have something else? Because the majority of my talk basically done. Now I'm helping answer questions that you have. Okay. So go ahead. So let me also say this. I do not hate doctors by any means. Don't misunderstand me. The medical doctors have a place in medicine. I'll give you an example. If you got into a car accident
sorry.
and you needed
T
surgery,
said, Alex. T
hang
said,
on a second. Hang on. I'll address T in a second.
sorry.
Let me finish. So a medical doctor, if you get into a car accident and one of your organs, it gets speared with something in a car, metal parts or something, and you need surgery, you need a medical doctor. That is when they come in handy. Okay. You have to have a surgery, or you break a bone or something else and you need an operation because it's an emergency. We need those doctors. We need their services. So I'm not against medical doctors. But once you get past the emergency part, then you need a naturopathic physician instead of staying on pills to get rid of the disease or whatever's causing your problem. The medical doctor has done the job. Now it's time for the regular physician to reverse the disease, not the medical doctor. The medical doctors did not go to school to reverse diseases. They're there to do surgery, to troubleshoot what's wrong with you, and then to give you pills. That's what a medical doctor is. Okay? So go ahead.
T said, only eat fruit with seeds, not seedless.
Okay, I can see that because what happens is seedless is something that's been it's called GMO basically. It's genetically modified foods, and you want to have things with seeds in it because of the way God made the fruits, it has natural seeds in it, not seedless.
Wait, I need to throw the garbage, Alex. Okay, just talk here. Okay, you can read the message. You can, I mean the comment. You can read.
Let me see. Ardia,
May I know what nationality you are? As a Myanmar citizen, I would like to thank you for your useful words tonight. You, they're talking about you because you're the one who talk. Wait, I will throw garbage. Okay.
born in the Philippines, but in the early 80s, I came to the United States and I went to elementary school, high school, and college here in the United States. But I was originally born in the Philippines. I have never been back in the Philippines. However, this coming year, at the end of the year, or maybe the beginning of next year, I'm actually going to move my businesses to the Philippines and basically do a remote job, right? And come out of retirement. Because right now I'm on actually early retirement. Okay. And then I'm going to come out of retirement and then I'm going to work remote jobs and make USA money while living in the Philippines and travel all around. So I don't want to go to work right now. I want to go do my travel for the next year or two, just enjoy retirement and then come out of retirement and then go back to work. Do things like this, but mostly my education's heavily besides health and nutrition is in real estate investments. That's what my strength is. And there's so much money to be made in real estate, but that's another thing. And I'm going to find the poor villages in the Philippines and help those communities and give talks like this and to feed those people and so on. That's what I want to do. I want to spend my retirement years and when I make that money to go and give back to the poor kids and so on and to people that are poor in the villages and to do, here in this country they have something called what's the name of that president that started it? Habitat for Humanity. If that maybe start something like that over there in the Philippines with the money that I make and start build simple houses, very simple houses in provinces and so on, and to restore back the dignity of those people, and basically so that they can have a better life. Okay. Let's see what else is on here. You go up. Um, I don't understand the language. RDS, I don't know the language, so you have to turn that into English. Um, JB sub. Okay, about apples. Okay. All right, I don't see any more comments on here. Okay. Any other comments or questions or subjects that you want to go over down the road in Learning Fridays that I can go over with you? I only speak English, so um, that's what I have for now. Okay. So I hope I gave you, go back and rewatch this video if you came in late. Okay. And it's entitled Smoking. So go back and watch those videos. And there are other videos you're going to see that are covered before. Okay. I think this is my fourth talk that I've given this in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Okay. And so watch those videos. You're going to learn something from those videos because later on, those videos you're not going to be able to access anymore. When she monetizes, they'll be members only. And even if you subscribe down the road, it's not going to be free. So take advantage of this now and go ahead and do that. Okay. So I don't know. I guess if she's still doing garbage and let's see. Okay. Any other questions here? Looks like there's 7 people in the connection. I think looks like the rest left. Okay. I appreciate you coming and thank you for subscribing to her channel. And we're going to grow this channel, guys. You are not going to find too many YouTubers that have this kind of service, concentrating and giving value in behalf of the viewers. because that's what this channel is for. Okay. Down the road, we're also going to give you cooking ideas besides the Learning Friday. And then down the road, when I get to the Philippines, we'll do travel. We'll introduce you to various sections of the Philippines in case you ever want to take a vacation there and show you the different aspects of where you can go and the places you can visit and what you can find and the various foods that you will find in the Philippines. Okay. So that's that. But yes. Um, any other questions if you're joining us late uh, on here? We're just waiting for Dahlia to come back. And let's see, because there are so many different things we're going to teach you on this channel that you will find beneficial or somebody that you know that's beneficial. I think what I'm going to do next week, we're going to take a break from health topics for just for 1 week. Next week, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe what a true friend is, how to find a valuable friend so that you could be a good friend to somebody or locate a really good friend. There are certain qualities what makes a person a good friend. Okay. And if you want more quality friends around you, I'm going to give you some things to look for that. Hello, DKP. She stepped away for a second. She'll be right back because we're almost concluding this talk. And I think she said she was throwing away garbage or something, but she'll come back. But yeah, um, if anyone else here have a question, this is the time to ask me now. Okay. So anybody in the audience listening or watching this, if you have a question for me, type that in and I'll read it. Okay. And RDX, if you can, I don't understand that language. I don't know if it's Arabic or whatever it is. She can probably read it, but because she speaks Arabic, but I don't. I only speak English. So if you can turn on your translator and convert that into English, then I can read your comments moving forward in the future. Okay, RDX, thank you. Let's see what else down here. Okay. Okay. I don't see any more comments here. Don't see anything else. Okay. Thank you for coming to this live, and we should probably end it now. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. I don't know where Dolly is. So, okay. Thanks again for coming, and thank you for subscribing. Be sure to tune in, set your notifications so it gives you notifications. So the next time we go live again, you'll be able to connect to this channel and get this information. Okay. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Okay. Have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.
You want to end, Alex?
Yes, I'm gonna end now. Do
Hey.
you have anything else?
Oh, okay. Who's this? Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I think next week, unless you've got something else that you want to talk about, I think I'm going to talk about friendship next week. What constitutes a really, really good friend and how to find
Okay.
quality friends. Okay. So I think that's what I'm going to talk about next week. So, okay, guys, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And subscribe to the
Thank you
channel.
so much,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.